If you're looking for a cordless and seriously powerful tire inflator, then check this out. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I just picked this up. It's a tire inflator, and it's supposed to be, well, cordless, as it says there, but also very powerful because I realized some of the tire inflators I have, the small ones, you think they're really convenient. Hey, you're going to throw them in your glove box. You're just going to have them around. It's going to be super handy. They're very slow, especially when you're filling up something quite large like a car tire. Now, on the back of this one, what I notice here is that, they've got some overlanding vehicles here, and those tires are very large, very voluminous, and they're kind of advertising, hey, it'll work to fill these up. But I don't know. I don't have a vehicle like that. If anyone wants to loan me their overlanding vehicle, I would certainly be happy to check it out. But I thought, hey, if it fills up a tire quickly, that is going to make my life a lot easier, because on top of that, I'm inflating some inflatables, air mattresses, things like that, and having an inflator really helps. So first of all, you get it in this little nylon bag here, which is nice. Makes it really easy to put in the trunk of your car and tote around. I will show you that it's kind of unboxing a Christmas present. We get to this box right here, and it looks like, oh, these are all sorts of attachments. So what we get here is your 12 volt, and then it's got almost like a laptop plug right there. Reminds me of the cords that you use on those portable jump starters. So this is pretty long. Then we get this. It's USB to USB-C cable here. So I'm not sure if that's for charging things out or charging this up. Then we get kind of your Schrader valve attachment here, and it looks like it will just screw on there. And then we get some of the other little accessories. We get a fuse. We get this for inflating regular like pool inflatables. We get a needle for inflating basketballs, footballs, those types of things. And then we also get this other little valve. I think that is for attaching to the smaller Schrader valve, like on bicycles. And then we get some instructions. And then we get the pump itself. Man, this looks pretty sweet, actually. I'm not sure that it's necessary to make these really beautiful, but they do. It actually looks like a speaker. I wouldn't mind putting this on my desk because it's so nice. This gunmetal finish here, and got some weight to it, that's for sure. This thing is not super light or anything. Looks like we have an LCD panel right up at the top here. We also have a little handle here, and it looks like an LED light. This is where that one power cord will plug in. Looks like USB-C and USB-A right down here. Power button right there. We also have little rubberized feet. And then on the bottom, you can see here where we have the hose that kind of fits in this track. So that's pretty nice. And I call this hose fully extended like this, 2.5 feet. You can see how that Schrader valve attachment will just screw in right there. On this side, nothing right there. But I think what we can do here is go ahead and attach this for inflating a car tire. All right, so I've got that attached there, and now I just want to show you. I want to hit the power button right here and show you that the screen comes on, and it's quite bright. And you can see here, full battery right out of the gate. So I want to show you that I could see that we get the flashlight on. If I hit it again, it goes red flashing, so you can use it as something of a safety device if your car is disabled on the side of the road or you're filling up your tire. You don't want to get hit. Let people know that you're there. And then if I hit it one more time, we get white flashing, kind of a beacon, and then off. So that's pretty cool, especially if you're trying to fill up a tire at night in the dark. It's not a full moon. Dude, it gets pretty dark, especially out here in the country. It gets crazy dark. You forget how dark it is at night when there is no ambient light. All right. The other thing I want to show you here is that we have then play pause, which I think is the fill button here, up and down, and then this button here for settings. But I just want to show you that right now it's saying PSI 0. And if I go ahead and hit positive there, it automatically jumps to 36, which is, you would say, hey, that might be where I want to pressurize my tire, but maybe you want to be 33. So you go down here like that. Now if I hit play, because it's registering no pressure, it's going to pump for a long time. I could certainly feel it. If I go ahead and hit the settings button right here, what we get are PSI recommendations for motorcycles. It was on car there. If I hit it one more time, we get to bicycles. And then if I hit it one more time, we get the basketball icon there. So it's nice because it appears to have some recommended pressure settings. And for car, 33 to 35. I know some people who inflate their car tires to 50 PSI to really hypermile and get every last ounce of mileage out of their car. So the next thing we have to do is actually see if this will fill up the tires of my car. I think it will, but if it doesn't, then I promise you I will end this video with me drop kicking this into the pond. So let's go out and find out if it works. All right, so the first thing that I really love about this is the plugs here. So this is USB-A and that is out. So what you have is a very large power bank here that you can use to juice up cell phones and tablets and things like that when you are in an emergency situation. But what I love most here is this USB-C port, because I can actually plug it in via anything, which I'm just using, I think it's a 30-watt power brick there. And you can see it is charging that. And the reason I love this so much is because so many of these things use these proprietary charging cables, like this plug here, which will charge off of your 12-volt power accessory. I don't even need this because I could plug this into the 12-volt power accessory or the USB charger. Might charge slower depending on what the draw is, but I love not having to have proprietary cables, especially stuff like this, which you don't use that often, and maybe you don't pack the cable with it, or you leave it nearby and it gets moved. You can never find it, and then all of a sudden, your whole pump or compressor is obsolete, useless because you don't have the cable. I love the fact that they have made this future-proof with USB-C right there. So that is a big thing. If this thing works, I'm going to love it for just being compatible with my existing cords. So let's try it out. All right, so there's a full tire, and here is my flat tire, and I need to pump this up, and this will be a good test because you want to make sure that your tire pump has enough juice, enough battery to actually pump up a flat tire here. So, you know, you roll over a nail, you put in your little tire sealer goo and that kind of thing, so you can be confident that it has enough. Now, it's not flickering in real life, just the camera refresh, but you can see here, I only have 6 pounds of air in these tires. So I'm going to go up here to 35, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit play. She's a little bit loud, but all right. Because this tire was so underinflated, I thought this was actually going to take a long time, but I just want to show you. This thing is inflating this tire actually crazy fast. I mean, now it's 31, so we're going to be at 35 here pretty soon. So I wanted to flip on the camera here because I want to see if it'll shut off at 35. So there we are at 32. Should just be another minute here. And it snuck up on me so quickly there. I actually kind of missed it. But as soon as it hit 35 exactly, shut it off here. This tire is now fully inflated, and I can hit the road again. So if you want to pick up a tire inflator that is really fast, looks the business, and is preset for a bunch of different vehicles here, including cars, motorcycles, bicycles, and inflatables, then I think you're going to really like this. I will put a link to this in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than ever, thanks to Peter Von Panda.